Good morning, everyone. My name is Val Yap, CEO and founder of PolicyPal network. So today I'm very fortunate to be moderating a very interesting panel on content. So please allow me to invite the panelists up. So the first one is Connor from UUNIO. Yeah, this way, please. Next will be Mona from DATx. Yeah, please take a seat. Welcome, Mona. Next, Leon from Airbloc. And last but not least, Alex from Bigbom. Welcome, Alex. So just a quick introduction about everyone here. So myself, I'm building a decentralized insurance protocol. So why am I moderating a very interesting panel here is because I'm really interested in about content and what they're doing. So instead of myself introducing each of their company, I think it would be great if each of them have 1 minute to introduce yourself. What does your company do, and then what are you doing at your company? We'll start off with Connor first.
Hi, my name is Connor Tack, founder of UUNIO. We are based in South Korea, and we are tokenizing the digital content industry by building the content reward platform. Nice to meeting you.
Hello, this is Mona Du from DATx, Digital Advertising Terminals. So the project is initiated by Cosima Foundation based in Singapore and developed in collaboration with Avatu, the global leading digital advertising platform. Nice meeting you guys. Last week, yeah, I was, some of you already know me. I got a hobby talk last week on YouTube Hobby Pro channel. So yeah, could review a little bit to know more about our project. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Leon. I'm the Chief Strategy Officer of Airbloc Protocol. Basically what Airbloc Protocol is trying to do is we're trying to disrupt the advertisement industry, right? Because, so what our project is trying to do is we're trying to create a marketplace where individuals can submit their data on-chain and enterprises can buy these data to conduct targeted advertising. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Alex. I'm coming from Bigbom. Our business is we are trying to create a decentralized ecosystem for digital advertising industry by bringing service to advertisers, a publisher, a platform to let them work together in a more secure and convenient way by providing the smart contract platform for digital advertisers and publisher and platform. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much for the introduction. So we start off with probably talking more about your project and then what each of you are doing in the whole content space. Maybe describe a bit more about what you're building. So we can start off with Connor over there. Oh, okay, so sorry, I will speak louder. So we start off with each of you to talk about what you're doing in the content space, about like your platform, and then how is there a need on the blockchain. So with Connor on the left.
Oh, okay. So we are in the content industry. The reason is that I've been working in the content industry, right? And that we are building a content reward platform, and maybe like you guys know about Steemit, and we are pretty similar, right? But we have different philosophy with Steemit because Steemit they reward content for 1 week, but we don't think 1 week is enough for a content to be famous or to be consumed by mass media, a lot of people, right? And we are rewarding based on the votes that they get. And also, so I think it's not fair to have more influence when you have more money on the community, right? So we are kind of egalitarian version of Steemit. And I think technology is not really important in this scene right now, but I think the token economics is what really matters in this industry. Did I answer your questions?
Yeah. So it's interesting that your reference to Steemit. Are you incentivizing your like contributors with any of your tokens or anything else? Are you incentivizing your contributors with any tokens?
Yes,
or any
we are
rewards?
a blockchain protocol to reward all the contents distributed and consumed in existing platforms, such as Review Republic, which is a Korean-based user-generated reviews website, and also like all of internet services have users and user activities. They will be able to use our API, since, for example, on e-commerce, they need reviews for their product. And we can incentivize those users to write their reviews by rewarding them, right? Like we incentivize people to generate content and make good content based so we reward people with based on the numbers of their votes. So it encourages people to make better contents, and that's why we think about rewarding the contents industry.
That's great. That's great. How about you guys at DATx, Mona?
So actually, I want to clarify a bit. DATx is actually the AdTech platform. So simply, we don't lead the direction of the content itself. We want to build a consensus industry protocol to invite more platforms and players on our ecosystem. So simply, we already launched on Avatus exchange platform. So on this ad exchange platform, DATx could be used as a payment method. So it's the only cryptocurrency accepted on the platform. And it's the advertiser's choice to make their own ad content. And it's what we are focusing on would be include users in our ecosystem. So users would be incentivized by build their own behavioral database, and they have a say in the ad content they got delivered. So in the old, well, I would say more traditional time, all the users, we can only passively accept what's delivered on our apps, what we browse on the app website page. They might do something like AI, big data analysis. It's just not the right way. We are not built to, we don't have a review mechanism. We can't decide where the content we want to see, what format this advertisement should be preferable. So we include users in our ecosystem, and users could vote and use the DATx token to choose the ad content which they think would be better. So we want to have the protocol on DATx and let advertisers, publishers, and users jointly participate here.
That's really amazing, because every time I'm on Facebook, they always push me ads that think that I'm really interested, but actually I'm not. So now you actually empower the consumers to choose what is being displayed to them.
Yes, we want to have a more secure, efficient, and also healthier system. So that's our mission.
That's great. So how about Airbloc?
So Airbloc protocol is a personal data marketplace, and the reason why we came out to do this project is because we already have an existing company within South Korea, and we are serving the top enterprises like eBay Korea, GS Shop, and Wua Brothers, top food delivery app. And one of the problems that they face is they always come and ask us, how can we buy quality data? Because right now in the data industry, there is no marketplace available for you to buy quality data. And that's the reason why we came out with this project, a data marketplace. And also, we realized that a lot of applications and a lot of enterprises are monetizing your data illegally without your consent. So even on your phone right now, you have your keyboard theme apps, you have your weather apps, you have your battery optimization apps. All these applications are actually collecting your data without your consent, right? And in the 21st century, data is considered the goal. Data is considered the goal of the 21st century. And at Airbloc protocol, what we want to do is to return this data ownership to the users, because your data is valuable, right? Take for instance, right now a lot of enterprises value marriage data a lot, right? Whether or not you're going to get married in the coming future. Because when you're about to get married, you will purchase furnitures, you will travel, you will buy baby products in advance, and the value of this data is extremely high, right? So what we're trying to do is we're trying to put all these data, your data, of course with your consent, on chain, so that enterprises can bid for your data, and you'll be rewarded via smart contracts. Thank you.
Wow, okay. So only married people have much more valuable data.
Well, all sorts of data. Personal data can come in a form of like, do you have a pet? Are you interested in buying pet products? Interest data. So
Yeah.
like, are you a gamer? Do you like playing games? All these data, personal data and interest data is extremely valuable, because if we were to upload this data on-chain onto the marketplace and enterprises buy this insightful data, what they can do right now is to do targeted advertising, right? Because right now, traditional marketing techniques are extremely unprofitable, right? If you spend $10,000 on Facebook marketing, you are essentially spraying and praying. You don't know who, as an enterprise, you don't know who you're targeting. You may not target those who are interested in gaming products or pet products. But if you buy insightful data, personal data such as, this person has a high chance of buying pet products, and I target him specifically. Right now, if you buy such data, your marketing budget will be much more optimized, and you get a higher returns on investment.
Yeah, I totally agree on the data side, because on our end, we actually leverage a lot of data while we work together with the insurance companies to target different life stages. So data-driven content is extremely valuable. Yeah. So how about Alex at Bigbom? How do you build the whole advertising ecosystem?
Yeah. First, I'd like to introduce a little bit about our background. So basically, before we're doing this, we are a digital agency. So we have to execute a lot of ad campaigns for our customers. So we have to deal with the ad platform, ad publisher. And the thing is, there's a common case that there's a lot of like fraudulent and then falsely committed KPI. It's like there's some publisher that they promise that your advertisement will reach to a group of people in certain age. And then they don't really reach it, and then there's something that they mess up with the numbers, just like because they want to take the money from the customer. And then when the customer found out, then it will take them a lot of trouble to like dealing with them, resolving disputing to reclaim the money or so. So after like a few years, like more than 6 years, we're working in the advertising industry, and then we realized that we want to come up with an idea that will have the advertisers to do a more safety business with the ad platform publisher by providing a platform and ecosystem that help them reduce the risk by using the smart contract. Because one of the things of the smart contract is when you sign to this contract, you cannot reverse the contract. So according to the term, you sign to the contract, and then as soon as you can validate your work, then you can receive the money, or even like the people will decline, will get refunded. So in that sense, actually, we think that we will provide a more reliable system and method, so people can do business together without spending a lot of money building trust before they can actually make the business together.
Oh, that's really good. So I will ask a question which I think a lot of people will be wondering. You know, you've been hearing the mainstream channels, Facebook, Google, starting to ban crypto ads or potentially having future issues on this space. So why do you build your ad and content platform on blockchain technology? So how do you see that moving forward? There's another mic here, actually. Anyone? Oh, you can't hear clearly. So sorry. I will repeat my question again. So mainstream media, Facebook and Google, has been starting to ban crypto ads, as we have been seeing so far. So how do you see that, like in future, you are building your advertising and content business in blockchain technology? How will it have any implications?
Oh, okay. So I guess your question is like that Facebook and Google, they are banning this ICO types of project and decentralized project, basically, right? And what I am trying to do is that we are not trying to replace Facebook, but we want to be in front of Facebook. So right now, if you see this contents industry, people first upload their contents to Facebook, either YouTube, right? And I want to be the one, a platform where people upload it very first and be distributed into Facebook and YouTube, whatever Google it is. So the reason is that like we're just trying to be another channel for content creators to monetize their contents, right? And I think it doesn't really matter if Facebook or Google doesn't like it, but the main reason why people will get into this space is that people always has been moving when they have chance to earn money, right? So if you see like all this share economy syndrome, like we could say syndrome, since Airbnb and Uber, I mean, the reason why they came up like with a big investments and big companies that people had a new chance to have more revenue by themselves. And I think in this content industry will be happening same situation, while a big company comes to like help monetize content for the content creators, and they can be the next unicorn. And that's what I believe in that, and that's what I'm trying to do. Not sure if I could answer your question.
So, anyone else want to take the question? Can I? Yeah.
So actually, it's an interesting question, simply because our launching platform, Avazu, has been working closely with Facebook, Google. Avazu provides the programmatic ad services to those major platforms, also including Chinese major platforms. So they can also do overseas business to match the audiences, to have targeted advertising delivery. So the trick is, there has been a problem that this platform didn't include users. So they try to analyze users, but they try not keep them away from the value chain. Here, so users don't get incentive, they can't feedback what ads actually they would need, and the cost would be paid via calculated by impression or click, even engagement conversion like a purchase. Here, in DATx, we use blockchain technology to have a decentralized data storage. So the user data actually stored on different nodes is scattered. Nobody without a uniform consent could access all of the data. So it can't happen like Cambridge Insight again. So they simply go to Facebook, get the data, and deliver the content the users think they could be influenced. Here, it can't happen. We have the data encrypted. And without consent, they can't use the centralized data analysis. So that's the mechanism we would utilize in DATx. And I think since Facebook, Google, even Tencent, Weibo, Alibaba are working close together with the Avazu platform, we can ask them to join our platform and build a protocol together, because it's also beneficial for them as well. As publishers, advertisers, they can have a better eCPM and better ROI for the advertisers. So that's the thing. I think as long as the mechanism is more sustainable, people will join. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. So that's a very good question. So it brings me to the whole token economics now, because you all work together with the big companies where they will be joining your protocol. But will they be involved in the tokens as well? Would they be involved in the tokens economics as well?
Token economy system.
Yeah, so like they'll be using
it's
a
their
protocol.
choice to make. So they, as advertisers, I mean the brand owners, merchandisers, they can have DATx token, and they can use the token to incentivize the users to build the user behavior database, not personal data, I have to clarify. It's the behavior data, your browsing behavior and your clicks, your engagement on the website, on the apps. So not coming back to a real person as like those personal information. So that's one thing. And second, the publishers, we already got the first publisher generated the DATx bill on the Avatus exchange platform. So they can see if they have the belief and this is a healthy ecosystem and they think DATx could have a better value instead of a USD or yen. They accept it as a payment and they hold it and they could also contribute, provide service to the ecosystem. And when the public chain, DATx chain, goes online in next year, we will have supernode election. So they can have the tokens they're holding to vote. To vote for the ones that could be trusted and have the computational capacities. So yeah, that's it.
Thanks, Mona. So in cautious of time, I'll ask just one last question, and anyone can take it. So I actually came from the tech startup space. I think similar to a few other companies where they already have an existing business before they launch the blockchain platform. So I'm very curious that how do we actually beautifully design the whole token economics so that we can test it in a lean startup manner so that we are able to roll out the product quickly, get the customer feedback before actually build on the mainnet. We spend all the resources on the blockchain technology. So I wonder, anyone wants to take this question?
Yeah, I wish I can get answer for this question too. So,
as a startup guy, I think like using blockchain for being a lean startup and also like being using agile development, it is not to. I think it's better not to use blockchain for lean startups, but use digital points instead, and test out your token economy first. So we can like actually have soft forks, updates in your servers, right? And when we see that this is really actually working, then we can work out in real blockchain. So we cannot like edit any numbers and be transparent with all the currencies that we are issuing, right? That's
great. How about Leon or Alex?
I guess the biggest problem for every single blockchain company, especially when they're doing a DApp, is how do you control the token volatility? Because if you price something on the blockchain and tokens, the problem is, what if the token value crashes by 50%, right? No one has came up with a good answer to this. So I think it's very important and that every single blockchain startup comes up with a long enough period for testnet to test out various computational strategies or algorithms to price certain things on their platform. So for Airbloc protocol, our team is made up of like 95% developers, 2 of which are the top software developers within South Korea. And in this testnet period, we're going to be testing a lot of complex algorithms to test and see whether certain algorithms will help to stabilize certain price or whether certain algorithms can effectively price the data on the market such that when the token crashes, enterprises could still use our ABL, our native token to purchase these data. We don't have a solid answer to this. I mean, I think the person who can come up with this answer should be given a Satoshi Nakamoto prize or something.
Thanks, Leon.
Yeah, I think I agree with the opinion that we need to test our solution long enough to determine that what is the best metric for tokens. So, but in our case, that's like when we design our tokens, one of the things that we keep in mind that we need to keep it as simple as possible. It's like when you play an online games, you have like your virtual goals. So it's very simple, it's just buy and sell. Whenever you need it, you need it. When you can get it, you will get it. Don't make it very complex to get the things that you need. So as long as it's make people very easy to get the tokens, then they can easily pay it on your system, your product. So, and about the price and about the volatility is, that's the one problem that's sharing in all the tokens and like cryptocurrency right now. But I think that over time, the things will change, the economic will be better. And as far as I know, there's a lot of companies working on like stable tokens, stable economic mechanism. So we think that if we keep experiment long enough and experiment well enough, then we will come to a point that our the token will be stable and we will have a like fair scheme for the token economics.
Thank you, Alex. So we have 1 minute left. Any last words from each of the panelists about your platform? Have you all done your token sale? Anything you'd like to share with the audience here? With Alex. Yeah, you have the mic here, right?
So we have been selling our tokens since January now. We are in the middle of main ICO since May 1st. And as you guys all know, like, we are here to introduce our project UUNIO to Vietnamese communities and also meet people with good partnerships to meet people who can collaborate actually to help content creators monetize their contents and get fed with the contents, with the efforts that they are putting into, right? So we have our booth over there. Maybe like if you could stop by and let's talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Connor. Quick one, Mona.
I think people actually tend to have overly high expectation on short-term returns and too low expectation on long-term returns. So we're targeting for a sustainable system. And if you go for short term, I don't know, maybe the market makers could help you do that. But we go for public chain. So long-term return, I hope you guys would, know that.
Thank you. Quick one from
For Airbloc
Dion?
protocol, our parent company has been operating for 3 years already, and we are trusted by leading enterprises within South Korea. And even before we finished our project, there has been a lot of interest by enterprises, leading enterprises in Japan, in Korea, and in Indonesia, and Vietnam as well, who established interests in buying data from our marketplace. So our marketplace already has supply of data. We are currently tracking 40 million devices within South Korea, which is equivalent to two-thirds of the mobile population over there. So there is already an existing supply, and there is already a lot of established interests and demand on our marketplace. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Alex, one last line.
Yeah, from Bigbom, we see that like we here are coming from different company working on different solutions, different platform. But because we are come here for some common thing is blockchain tech, we care about the blockchain tech, and with the blockchain it's about the adoption. So I really hope that people can work together despite all the disparity about what they are working on and the platform they are running on. So they can find that share common things and find opportunity to work together and to make the blockchain that have broader adoption in the future. Thank you.
Totally agree with adoption, collaboration, partnership. So to summarize, I would like to say that like the content space have a lot more to do, and then these panelists, their startups are actually driving the whole ecosystem. So thank you so much for your time. And then myself from PolicyPal Network, we currently have an Airdloc happening at our booth right now during lunchtime. So I think right after this is lunch. So please drop by our booth and also all our panelists' booth on the left-hand side. Thank you so much for all your time.
Thank you.